Hello, and welcome to the third in the Effective Writing Center's series of workshops. My name is Dan Gallagher, Director of the Effective Writing Center at UMUC. Tonight's workshop is titled Cite Like a Pro, Citation Machines Made Easy, and is being presented by David Taylor and Robert Miller. David Taylor is a senior advisor in the EWC and also teaches in the university's professional writing program. Robert Miller has been a librarian at UMUC for 10 years. He helps students who have research and citation questions, and he teaches the Introduction to Research class, Libs 150. The Q&A app has been added to this Hangout. If you currently see the Showcase view, you should be able to select Q&A instead, either at the top of your screen or in the menu on the left. And then feel free to type questions during the workshop, and we'll allow time for responses. This workshop will be archived for future viewing in the Effective Writing Center's Google+ community. And now, to begin tonight's workshop, I will turn it over to Robert Miller.
Thanks, Dan. I'm going to talk about some misperceptions about citation machines being online tools that help you create citations. Misperception 1, citation machines produce perfect citations. And that's incorrect for a number of reasons. Not all citation machines enjoy the same quality of programming. For example, some citation helpers are unable to produce italics, which you need in certain styles of citations. Some helpers are up to date, some are not. And one of our goals in this workshop is to separate the wheat from the chaff. A citation helper is only as good as its user. You, the user, have to be familiar with a particular citation helper's terminology and how to locate what the machine is asking for. In particular, when using a citation machine, you must select the correct citation style: MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, Oxford, CBE, Blue Book, etc. And you have to use that citation style consistently. You have to select the correct type of source to be cited: a journal article, a book, etc. And you have to fill out the citation creation form fully with the exact info it calls for. And when you copy the citation into your bibliography or works cited page, you have to ensure the citations are arranged alphabetically, double-spaced, you use the same font and type size as the body of your paper. You have to employ hanging indentation if that's called for, and you have to apply italics for any item needed. And when it comes to citing a website, a citation helper cannot determine the site's title or ownership. Only you can do that. This axiom always applies: garbage in, garbage out. That brings us to the second misconception: a citation machine does the work for me. That's not true. Citation helpers do some of the work for you and make the process of creating reference citations faster. They can put information in the correct order with correct punctuation and formatting. However, citation helpers require you, the user, to know how to identify parts of a library record, which can sometimes be tricky. For example, students must know the difference between individual authors, group authors, editors, translators, and compilers. You have to be able to distinguish between main titles and subtitles. You have to be able to tell apart magazines, peer-reviewed journals, and those that aren't peer-reviewed. You have to know journals paginated by issue versus paginated consecutively. And you have to be able to distinguish a journal's volume and issue number. The third misconception about citation machines: that they are a form of cheating. Nothing could be further from the truth. These pieces of software are based on information readily available in citation manuals and citation guides found on the web. In actuality, as you learn to use a citation helper, you learn to read a library record and decode a website. A citation helper, when used appropriately, actually becomes a strong learning tool, not a crutch. And now I'm going to turn it over to David to look at some specific citation machines.
Thank you very much, Robert. That was very well done, and I appreciate it very much. You should be seeing my screen now, a somewhat scary picture about citation machines. Is that correct, moderator?
That is correct.
Okay. As you can tell from the picture, citation machines are a piece of technology, and like any technology, it is used to extend human knowledge, human skill, human achievement, human interaction with the world. But also, like any piece of technology, citation machines also change. And today, change means rapid change. So in my part of this presentation, I'm going to go over 10 citation machines, but keep in mind this idea of change, and that this list, although valid as far as we know today, will change inevitably. And keeping up with that change is part of the use of citation machines. The first citation machine is indeed the first, the granddaddy of them all, even though it is called son of citation machine. It's the first and most popular citation machine on the internet. However, what started out as an act of altruism has become, unfortunately, one of profit. Today, the Son of Citation Machine contains more ads than virtually any other citation machine. It freezes your computer and often covers the work that you need. We don't recommend it for academic work. Although the Son of Citation Machine is one of the few citation machines that provides some help on in-text citations as opposed to only the reference citation format, it is very, very difficult to work with. If you must work with it, there is a UMUC tutorial that you can watch, and we hope that you do so before using it. Sorry, 1 star. Also receiving 1 star is a citation machine that is on everyone's computer who uses Microsoft Word 2007 and later. Microsoft Word Citation Helper is probably the worst citation machine that I have encountered in terms of its accuracy. To make matters worse, it is very difficult to use. That requires going back and forth between areas of your paper and the citation machine, and you don't see what's going to be printed until the very end. So for those reasons, we also give it 1 star and recommend that you stay away from it. BidMe is also popular and is not much better. BidMe basically saw that Citation Machine and Son of Citation Machine made a lot of profit, and they're trying to cash in as well. Not recommended. Now let's get into some that are maybe a little bit more helpful. Easybib is a commercial citation machine. In other words, it is for profit. It does have one free aspect. MLA citations you can do all day long for free. There is some ad cluttering, but it's not as bad as Son of Citation Machine. But one of the things that truly recommends Easybib is that it covers the widest range of citation styles than any other citation piece of software on the internet. So if you're doing something really out there, like an Australian version of citations, you will more than likely find it on Easybib. Commercial, but does offer very good help on certain areas. 2 stars. Sidefast. Let's get into some really good citation machines. Sidefast is a nice combination between the for-profit citation machine, it has ads, and the one that is really dedicated to the student and the student experience. So it has 3 stars only because it is for-profit and therefore here today, gone tomorrow. Some other things that recommend Sitefast is that it will produce title pages for you in the different styles. And title pages are often something difficult to get right, especially in APA with the running heads being different on the title page and other page. Another really nice thing about Sitefast is you don't have to buy any organization's reference guides because Sidefast has uploaded them for you in abbreviated style, and with a mere click of the mouse you can access these organization citation manuals, otherwise costing $30 or $40 a piece. You can access them for free. Noodletools is also very popular. Noodletools has a Noodletools Fast feature. It is free and gives you virtually everything you need on a free basis. And also, every time you put your pointer into a data field to fill out, up will pop a tip that will help guide you to fill out that particular data field accurately for the style that you have chosen. And I also recommend the premium version because the premium version offers you a Refworks kind of Bedford Bibliographer kind of experience in that it archives all of your work and, more importantly, allows you to share that work in a collaborative group team environment. So Noodletools, 4 stars. Cite is a great example of an academic library taking on this whole idea of citation software. It was the first one produced by an academic university that I know of, Calvin College. It is well maintained, easy to use, and highly recommended. You can't go wrong with Cite. It doesn't offer all of the features that some of the commercial products do, but it is right on the line. Same for North Carolina's version. They simply call it Citation Builder. Accurate, well-maintained, easy to use, and like North Carolina State itself, it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Now, Sitemaker would have gotten 5 stars, except for the fact that it's commercial and you don't know if it's going to be around for forever. But Sitemaker offers everything that you want in a citation machine. You get a personal account that stores all of your work. You're able to integrate annotations with your citations. And the greatest thing about Sitemaker is that it provides you the longest list of source types. You know, when you go to cite a website, there are maybe 12 different forms of website citations depending upon whether it's an individual author, group author, corporate author, for-profit, not-for-profit, government, etc. And Sitemaker, in its drop-down list of source types, lists virtually every source type that you can think of. An outstanding piece of software. My favorite, and the one that I'm going to demonstrate tonight, is the Bedford Bibliographer. I like it because it's free. I like it because it's from a well-established publisher, Bedford St. Martin's, now part of the giant Macmillan publishing group. It is well maintained and up to date. It gives you that personal account that stores all of your information. It also allows you to integrate, the software allows you to integrate your annotations with your citations, and something I really liked about the Bedford, it, at the end of all of this, provides you with a perfectly formatted, if you did your work right, a perfectly formatted Word document. Italics, periods, commas, double spacing, font, hanging indentation, everything you want for direct integration into your work. So those are, I look at 10 citation machines. Now I'm going to turn it back over to my colleague Robert, who is going to tell you some more about UMUC Libraries citation offerings. Robert?
Thanks, David. Okay. Can we see the library homepage now?
We can.
Great, thanks. So I'm going to talk about a library citation machine called Refworks. You can find it from the library homepage if you scroll down and click on Citing and Writing. And then we have a link here to Refworks. And now Refworks, like some of the machines that David talked about, it's a for-profit tool, but because the library subscribes to it, you can use it for free. And this is our guide to Refworks. You can tell Refworks, it's powerful, so we had to create a kind of complex guide to show users how to navigate all the different functions of Refworks. And from this page, you can sign up for a free Refworks account and log in. We also remind you that there are instructional YouTube videos made by Refworks that you can review to learn how to use Refworks. And each tab in this guide will show you how to use Refworks, how to create an account. Using Refworks, you can export a citation from a database. If you find a journal article you want to use, you can send the citation for that journal article into Refworks and save it. Refworks, I think, is especially good if you're working on a complex research project where you have to keep track of a lot of citations. At UMUC, our doctoral students especially use Refworks because they're writing a doctoral thesis. They have to keep track of dozens and dozens of citations. Refworks enables them to save them, to organize them. You can save book references from the catalog. You can save references to websites. And as David mentioned in a couple other tools, you can share references so you can work collaboratively with others doing research. And Refworks does also create in-text citations for you, and it'll create a nicely formatted reference list. So Refworks is a powerful tool. I think David would give it 4 stars at a somewhat of a steep learning curve, but if you practice, it's a powerful tool to use. I'm going to show you another tool that comes in the library databases itself. I'm just going to use one search to bring up some articles. Let's search for chess and memory. We go right into the database. You're writing an article on chess and memory. You're writing a paper on chess and memory, and you get a bunch of articles. Say you're interested in using this one. If you click on the article title, then you get a detailed record for this journal article. And on the right, there are some database tools. Among them, you'll see Cite. If you click there, then the database will give you some ready-made citations. Be careful to choose the correct style. Don't choose a MA if you want APA. And from here, what you could do is copy this APA citation and paste it into your references page. Now, when we look at this one, this looks like a pretty solid, well-formatted citation in APA style. It looks like the database got this one right. Of course, as we spoke to you about misconceptions of citation machines, you have to be aware as a user of the basics of APA style. Sometimes this citation machine within the database, it will give you the article title in all capital letters, and you'll have to correct that. Or instead of giving the year of the journal article, it'll say ND for no date. So you want to be aware of these things and fix them. And just to go back to the library homepage for 1 second, I just want to show you again our citing and writing page. And from here, we have examples of 3 major styles: APA, MLA, and Chicago, along with a couple of tutorials. And also, if you ever have a question about citing a website or a class module from Leo, you can be in touch with us via Ask a Librarian, and we'll give you help. Now I'm going to turn it back to David so he can demo the Bedford citation machine.
That was really excellent, Robert. Thank you. I learned things by that uh, presentation. I'm going to pull up a demonstration of the Bedford Bibliographer. Um, Unlike Refworks, whoa, where we just traveled to infinity. Congratulations, everyone. I'm going to stop sharing for a second until we get that worked out. Okay, let's try it again. Wow. One more time. This has happened before. Dan, do you know, are you guys seeing the same kind of infinity thing that
I
I'm seeing?
am. Did,
Yes,
did I unshare correctly? Is that the problem?
that might be it, Robert. If you could just make sure you hit that green button again and that you're not presenting.
I don't think I am.
Okay. David, why don't you try again?
Okay, you got it. How's it looking so far?
Looks better.
Now I've got to find my video. My video went by just a second. Okay. Are you seeing my screen and the video on the screen?
Correct.
Okay, great. All right. Well, we will take a pause here and get started again. As Robert mentioned, I'm going to demonstrate the Bedford Bibliographer. Although RefTools is probably the most powerful citation helper out there, or bibliography manager, oftentimes you want something that is quick and easy to use, especially when it is short, a shorter kind of work that you're producing. I think the Bedford Bibliographer fits the bill. So let's take a look at it. First, the Bedford Bibliographer is easy to find simply by typing in Bedford Bibliographer, and it will always be the first result on whatever search engine that you are doing your work on. This is the home page. You will probably need to go ahead and create an account by clicking on Student and then filling in your email address and your name and password. This doesn't have to be real information as long as you remember what it is. Your email address and your password become your logon credentials. So whatever you type in, make sure you remember them. A nice feature about the Bedford is that you can include your instructor's email and submit your reference work directly to your instructor from the Bedford Bibliographer. I'm going to go ahead and log on as myself. As you can see with the Bedford, you get your own home page. And this is your home page for as long as you want it, or as long as Bedford stays in business. Follow the instructions to create a new project by clicking on the New Project button, and then fill in the project name. Remember, more information is better than less information, because hopefully you're going to be using this for a variety of projects, and so the more information, more specific information, the better. Select your citation style from the big four and click on Create Project. Now you see that you're on your project page, annotated bibliography for your criminal justice course. Now you want to add sources. Bedford gives you instructions. What do? You first choose the source type. Because you are an online student and using an online library, a lot of your sources are going to be the database article. So we select that as a source type, click on New Source. Now we have to say, are we going to use a journal? Are we using a journal, magazine, or newspaper? This is where the detailed record comes into play. Here's a detailed record for our sample article. For a lot of them, you can click on the name of the journal and it will tell you exactly what it is, that it's an academic journal and it's peer reviewed. So we know we're using a journal. Are we going to be citing an ordinary article, book review, or what is it? Again, you can often find that information in the library record. This is an article, and it's a complete article. We click Continue. Now we start filling stuff in. first thing it's asking for is the title. We just copy and paste that title in. But look at the help you're getting. APA is telling you capitalize only the first word of the title and subtitle, as well as proper nouns. In other words, source titles in APA are capitalized like sentences, pretty much, except the colon for a subtitle is also considered like a period. Next comes the author names. I like to copy and paste so that I don't misspell authors' names. So that's what I'm going to do here with Joshua. And the Bedford wants you to put in the whole first name. That's because in some citation styles that is used. Now you have more than one author. For the Bedford, all you do is click on more authors, and you can do that up to 12 times for 12 authors. Let's go get Eric's name. As you can see, it's a kind of odd spelling of Schoon there. That's certainly not Smith. So we put in Eric's names, Eric, and you could also add suffixes if you needed to. Now we're going for the journal title. Notice it's telling you to capitalize all major words as well as the first and last word of the title. So we grab the title, Law and Society Review, and we pop that baby in there. Notice that the ampersand is being used by the publication, so we want to keep that ampersand. Next, we go for the volume number. Pop in the volume number. Next comes the issue number. And notice that the issues here, we're on issue 2, and we're already on page 400. That means that this journal is paginated consecutively, just like the one Robert demonstrated. And when a journal is paginated consecutively, APA does not want you to put in the issue number. So we'll go ahead and put in the year number and skip issue, 2015. Now we do page numbers. 401 to 432 is all you need. Ignore the 32 pages, 4 charts, and 2 graphs. That's just extra information. You want just the page numbers. Pop those things in there, separated by a hyphen. Now comes the most important part, the retrieval information. 3 options. APA prefers the DOI. If you don't have the DOI, then you want the URL of the home page of the publication. If you don't have that, your last backup is the database name. But guess what? We have a DOI. So we're going to grab that DOI and pop it in there. And we are finished. We scroll up and click on Save. We wait for the blink. Okay, now it's saved to our account. We click on Close, and there's our citation in raw form. We can edit it. We can also add another citation. Let's do that just very, very quickly. You often cite web pages. Let's do a web page very, very quickly. Select Source Type, click on New. We pop all of our stuff in there. Obviously, we're on speed dial here. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like whenever you have more than one in there, which is more often the case. Now, watch what happens. Click on View Bibliography, Create Bibliography. You could include your annotations if you're doing that type of a project. Click on Download, and guess what you get? You get a Word document that looks like a really well-formatted, it is well-formatted, reference page for APA. Times New Roman, 12-point, double space, hanging indentation, all of the italics in the right place. Thank you very much, Bedford Bibliographer. Okay, I'm going to stop it there and turn it back to our moderator, and man, are we flying to infinity. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you very much, David. Thank you, Robert. That is our presentation for this evening. If any of our viewers have questions, we'll pause for a couple minutes so you can type in questions using the Q&A app that's added to this Hangout. If you're not seeing Q&A, check in your top right-hand corner or over on the left-hand side, and you should see a little word bubble with a Q&A in it that should allow you to type in any questions that you have. And we'll just wait a minute or two while that's happening. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions from our audience at the moment. If you are viewing this later and you do have a question, you can feel free to leave a comment in our Google Plus space, or if you are viewing this straight through YouTube, to comment there, and somebody from the Effective Writing Center, in partnership with the UMUC Library, will get back to you promptly. So that is our presentation for the evening. Thank you very much to David. Thank you very much to Robert. And for all of you viewing, I hope that this was worthwhile for you, and we look forward to working with you in the future.